Well, Jessica Taneja is following that story. She joins us now with more. Jessica, Pakistan has a poor record as a nuclear state, a nuclear-powered state. Surely, the international community is aware of the AQ Khan nuclear smuggling or nuclear secret smuggling network.
Well, that bit of history is not lost on anyone, Mark. And you'd recall those secrets were not just transferred to Pakistan, but to many other countries. And given the fact that Pakistan has not been very responsible with its statements, and it has allowed, to the extent even the chief of JEM in the past as well, to make comments about this nuclear threat that Pakistan continues to use as a deterrent, apart from the conventional warfare that it has put India in at this point. Looking at all these statements coming in from Pakistan's Field Marshal Asim Munir, of course, has led the Indian, establishment to sort of think over or ponder over these kind of threats. But at this moment, they're just some sort of saber rattling, as the Indian government has also pointed out, saying that they will not tolerate this nuclear blackmail, including Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, when tensions were at its peak when India launched Operation Sindoor to strike terror bases in Pakistan, deep inside Pakistan. In fact, yes. After 1971, it was quite a military operation that India had conducted to sort of emanate the kind of terrorism it has been questioning Pakistan time and again on. And in fact, instead of focusing on that, we have Field Marshal Asim Munir going to a third friendly country and talking about how and easily talking about these kind of threats. And not just that, look at what he said about the Indus Waters Treaty as well. If those comments are to be believed, yes. They should not only be rattling the world right now, but also begging for action against a country that is responsible not just for 9/11, but many other terror attacks. And it continues to become a safe haven for them. And if a country like that, through its de facto leader, not even a civilian government, is allowed to throw such threats on an economically thriving and democratic, values-oriented country like India, it certainly is a wake-up call for the world as well, Mark.
Yes, indeed, Jessica. But, what more can we read into the speech of Asif Munir on foreign soil? Can we expect the US to take action?
Well, right now, the relationship that Pakistan has been able to develop with the United States dictates certain volatility. But as we know from the past, you and I both, on how the American-Pakistan relation has been able to sustain. And once America doesn't seem the kind of feasibility, the kind of profitability in the region vis-a-vis Afghanistan and even other promises that Pakistan has been making when it comes to oil exploration, which again are unproven, including many of the Pakistan foreign diplomats calling it out, Mark, recently, as I was reading in a few of the columns that have been published overseas as well. So all of this is perhaps, all of this reasoning is not lost on the world. But issuing such threats, of course, not just sort of changes the situation when it comes to the way the world is ready to accept Pakistan with the way it is. Firstly, Asim Munir is a field marshal. We all know there is an elected civilian government headed by Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, who's not been engaging with the American administration's who's who, but it is the rogue military dictator who can issue such irresponsible threats of nuclear, of a potential nuclear war. Certainly is not about undermining India's security issues, but also the entire region. What responsible head of state would say things like, we will take down half the world with us? So certainly the world needs to wake up and check on the military dictator who is threatening to now destabilize the Asian continent.
We'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Jessica Taneja, for filling in the blanks.